Thanks for your time, Wally. Appreciate you hopping on today. Wanted to just start. You're obviously your second full season here in North America. In what ways, does this year feel different for you? As a young player in the American Hockey League.
I would say more comfortable. Last year, my first year over here, a lot of things were new with the moving to USA, different way of play hockey, how they coach, and how everything works. I think this year coming in with more confidence, kind of know my game a little bit more. So I think that's been the biggest part.
How was that comfortability and that confidence level translated onto the ice and into your game?
I think beginning of the season, I felt good. Didn't really result in the points or goals that I want to. Dealt with some injuries to start off the season. I think it's gotten better and better. I think my game is trending the right way. There's still things I gotta get better at. I think I gotta score more goals. I think that's the biggest thing I gotta get better on because I feel like every game I create good chances with me and my line. So that's a thing that's gotta be better. And of course, the confidence is getting worse when you're not scoring. That's how it is. That's how hockey works. I think I just gotta see a puck go into the net.
Yeah, and when we talked in September, you talked about wanting to become a more consistent player instead of showing it in flashes or showing it in spurts. How would you evaluate how you've done in that area of your game specifically in that consistency standpoint?
No, yeah, I think that's the thing that's gotten better. I feel like my skating this year is a lot better. I play more physical, and I think I do that every game. Of course, there's some games when you feel off, you don't have the legs going or anything. But I think at least I'm trying my best every game. And like I'm just saying, I think my game is trending the right way. So just gotta hang in there.
Yeah. Why do you feel as though your game is trending in the right way? What are some things that you can pinpoint that you've really liked about your game recently?
I think I play physical. I think I'm skating a lot, creating a lot of chances. I think my D zone is good. And I think the coaches can trust me out there. So that's a good thing. So, yeah.
Obviously, a lot of your game is predicated on a 200-foot, shutdown in your defensive zone. How do you not get so tied up in point production and continuing to get better at those 200-foot elements, that defensive zone style, while still kind of building that offensive, mindset of using your body to get to the net, generating chances as you talked about?
No, like you're saying, I think me as a player, I want to be a 200-foot player. I want to be a two-way center or forward wherever they're playing me. So I think it just D zone is you play a lot in the D zone. You always play more there than you do in the offensive zone. So that just comes in hand. And I think playing in Sweden, the biggest focus there is playing the D zone. So I think I learn a lot from there. Yeah, and then like saying the offensive game got to be better. Just trying to work on practice every day, even in games. So yeah.
How do you go about improving those defensive skills, whether it's using your stick more, using your body more to kill plays and transport pucks, through the defensive zone, through the neutral zone? How do you go about building that tool set?
No, yeah, I think that's a big part of the game. If you go with the stick and body, you win a lot of puck battles, and you always want to play with the puck. And I think the coach is on us players that we got to use our sticks and body more, be more physical out there. So we watch video almost every day about our sticks, how we're gonna play them and use them. So I think that's been helping a lot. So yeah, that's great.
You've bounced between center and wing, not only this year, but oftentimes last year. How have you kind of navigated those changes? What differences, if any, do you have to make in your game to be able to kind of make that jump between wing and center?
Uh, no, it's hard to say because I think the differences is the D zone.
Yep.
When you're a center, you gotta be a low man. I'm comfortable with it. It's always a little bit weird when you play the wing for a while, then you gotta switch into center for a game or a few games. You always forget something, but the D zone is the biggest problem, but the biggest difference.
Yep.
Low man and taking faceoffs all the time. So yeah, and I think there's different routes when you lose a face-off in offensive zone and where you're gonna be on ice all the time. But it's not a problem playing center. I feel comfortable playing center and winger, so I think that's a good thing. I can play on two spots. So wherever the coach want to play me, I'll play.
Yeah. Who are some of the guys that you kind of model your game after when you kind of dissect film, whether it's from NHL players or players in Sweden, that you grew up watching, back home? Who are some of those guys you kind of model your game after?
I like to watch, not watch, but I feel like Gabe Landeskog is a good one.
Hmm.
Maybe not the captain, have the C on my chest, but I like the way he plays. He's a 200-foot player,
Yeah.
plays top six, does everything right. So I think he's a good player to watch. And then you always watch the good players like McDavid and Sidney
Hmm.
Crosby and those guys, how they take care of themselves on the ice. So yeah, I mean, you always want to pick something out of people's game, but just pick one. It's hard.
Yeah. I asked Rosie this, but I'm curious to get your perspective on it. What was it like seeing Helly get his first goal, have a 3-point night last night against the Predators?
No, yeah, it was good. I couldn't watch the game, so I watched the score after the first period, and I saw he had 3 points. So now, yeah, that's good. He's been awesome this year. I think he deserves the chance that he got this year now, and I'm happy for him. He's playing well, and so yeah, I hope he's keep going and doing good.
Yeah, that's all I got. Thank you, Ollie.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
thank you.